It's funny though because I've met quite a few football players since I've been an adult that are around the same age or older than me, and they say they used to make fun of soccer players all the time, but now they're envious of all of those soccer players because every single one of those soccer players is in better shape than they are as an older adult, and most of them decided to make better decisions in their lives than all the football players did. And I'm not saying in general that's normally what happens, but smashing each other's faces and heads and like bodies and stuff is not good for your brain. So
I'm a bad sample
we don't.
subject when it comes to that, man.
Yeah, but you're a rare case. There's not a lot of soccer players that I knew of that had as many concussions as you. Not even close.
It's one of those things like once you got one, like it's like M&Ms, man. Once you got one, you gotta have them all. And like
I think I've had one.
Jesus, man. Like the way they
I
classify
think, but I don't even know.
concussions nowadays, man. I probably had 40. Like I mean, I know I for a fact I went to the hospital for 7. Like passed out, knocked out, parents, somebody, trainers, somebody took me to a hospital. But like,
That's wild. It's weird to think about, isn't it?
you know what's so funny about this is like
That could have killed you, by the way.
for my junior year to my senior year, I was going to a neurologist and like they were like doing like ink blot things and like different shit, like memory based stuff. And like this is in like 2005, 2004, 2005, right? And like concussions were still very like new study, right? And so like we're doing all this shit and like we kind of get to the end of it and like I had to do like ten different sessions. So in the ninth session, on the 10th one, they're going to tell us what what the diagnosis was, what they think we should do. So on the ninth one, they said, I was like, hey, like kind of what direction we're leaning, what do you think's going on? Like, how do you think this ends? And he was like, well, honestly, like with your memory loss, how things are going, like your baseline, I would probably suggest that you never play sports again. Says
That's
this
big.
to a 17-year-old kid.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
I walk out of that room, walk into the waiting room where my mom was, and mom was like, "How did it go?" And I was like, "Went perfectly fine." He says we don't need to ever come back again.
Oh, that's
And
perfect.
mom was like, "Oh, well, that's great news." I'm like, "Yeah, it's fucking fantastic. Let's go." Never go back. They never call us. Never a question. Right? Wild scene.
Hmm.
I forget once again. Kind of call back to the last few episodes. Kind of forget I didn't tell anybody. I'm probably in my late 20s telling this story in like a family function. My mom was like, "What?" And I was like, "What do you mean what?" She was like, "That doctor said you should never play sports again." And I was like, "Did I forget to tell you that?" And she was like, "What the
Oh
like
man,
mom got
that's
so
so
mad
funny.
at me. So I would say so irrationally mad at me, but like I guess in this scenario, like probably rationally mad at me.
Pretty
But like at
rational
this
at
point, like
that
I'm in
point,
my
I would say, Joe.
20s, like late 20s, like is
It
what it is
doesn't
at this
matter.
point. It doesn't matter. But like
I'm still here, Mom. It's all good.
didn't die.
Not
Ta-da.
yet. Woo!